In the NFC East on Sunday, this is the playoff life support game. Giants and Eagles. Saquon Barkley, a little selfie there with a lucky fan beforehand. And that fan was feeling pretty good about it as this game progressed, at least in the first half.
DJ, did he have Mazzola on his uniform, or he had some Eagles who really didn't want to catch a cold from it?
Maybe a little of both. How about that 51-yard score gave the Giants a 19-3 lead. Barkley had two scores on the day. This one hurt. Eli picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Ooh, look at that block.
Yeah, they were in field goal range right before the end of the half, and that really swung the momentum right there. Bad turnover.
Giants led 19-11 at the half. Fourth quarter, tied at 22, 25 seconds left. Jake Elliott, 43-yard field goal attempt. It's good.
No one likes him. They don't care.
Okay, yes, and the Eagles win it. 25-22. It was a must-win for Carson Wentz.
This is a big game for us, obviously, in terms of divisional standings, all that fun stuff, but really mentally, to show the resilience that we did, to get down early the way we did and then battle back, and just kind of builds a lot of confidence for really all three phases of this game, and to come from behind and get it done today, I think that'll speak volumes about our confidence going forward.
The sideline was jazzed, obviously after that kick, and maybe that's the spark we need.
Let's take a look at where the NFC East stands right now. The Cowboys still the top dogs at 6-5. They got the head-to-head over the Redskins. They beat on Thanksgiving. Eagles still alive. They're at 5-6. And, man, I was pounding the table for the Giants all day long on Game Day Live yesterday when they were 3-7. They could win out and win this division.
They still could.
I had the XO all planned. I was going to say, this is how they're going to do it.
It's a race to 8.
Yeah.
Right. Race to 8.
But then, Steve, they go and just hand it off to Saquon 4 times in the second half, and that didn't work out.
Yeah.
But you were at that game,
I was.
Eagles-Giants game. What was your biggest takeaway?
Well, first off, I had to say I'm spoiled living in Los Angeles, getting a chance to cover offensive teams like the Chargers and the Rams, and then going to cover a game like this where the creativity kind of dimmed down a little bit. But here's what's going on with the Eagles. I mean, all the injuries in the secondary, they're a different team. They don't really have that swagger that they had last year. You could see a little bit of it. I mean, the Fletcher Coxes of the world, some guys like that. You could see that, okay, we're going to get this thing going. But it's a different team. They're overcoming a lot. Carson Wentz still getting integrated. But Josh Adams, the undrafted rookie running back, maybe a piece now that they can build around like they had Jay Ajayi and LeGarrette Blount last year. Yeah. He's a big, tall running back with some suddenness, as you like to say, DJ.
Hello, galloping stride once he gets out in the open field,
he can help set up the RPOs that we're not seeing quite as much out of this Eagles offense. This could be a way they could build with some of the injuries they've had on the offensive line and some of the identity issues on offense they're trying to get through.
Run game, RPO. I mean, that was you read right out of the Eagles' 2017 playbook.
I'm glad you mentioned
and right into our XO that we watched.
I've got some, I won't call them raps, I'll say more nursery rhymes here to help the Eagles get back their mojo. And we can look at some tape, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. The first one, let's get the linebackers to flow with a little RPO here. This is going back to last year. Watch the linebacker movement right here. Create that window. This is what we saw all of last year, especially with Nick Foles coming down the stretch. Nice, easy pitch and catch there to his favorite tight end there in Zach Ertz. So that's the first one. The next one is, if you've got playoff dreams, let's mix in some screens. Okay, this is what we're doing on this one next. You're going to see, look at the eye candy right now.
Come on, DJ
Golden Tate. You're going to take all that eye candy again. You're going to see some movement away and set up the screens. This goes back to the Andy Reid days, being creative. Get the tight end, Dallas Goedert, the other tight end, involved. Saw a lot of 2 tight end sets in this game. I like that for them going forward. So be creative there with the screen game. And then to sum it all up, if you need Carson Wentz to be a beast if you want to win the NFC least. That's how we finish up. Carson Wentz getting his legs under him a little bit. You're going to see him hopefully turn it on as he come down the stretch.
Okay, so the Cowboys, you think, have some staying power in this division as well, though, right?
Yeah, they do, because, look, first off, their schedule going down the stretch isn't quite as difficult, even though they've got the Saints Thursday, not quite as difficult as the others. But their defense, and the way that defense is playing and the way it's been consistent, and DeMarcus Lawrence, my God, he's such a good player. I think that gives them an edge.
So we've given the Eagles a blueprint, right? It was similar to what they had in 2017. If they can keep that up, maybe they can contend. So, Mike Silver, do you have an NFC East winner?
I actually don't think Washington is as doomed as people think. I believe Colt McCoy will get better with each start. And that offensive line, with those injuries, that's a concern. But I don't think Washington's been a fluke to this point. They've gotten some big wins, and I don't think anyone else in that division's that good. curious about the Giants yesterday.
Hold real quick. This is just pretend. This is truth serum. Take
Yeah.
that real quick and tell me you really think the Redskins are going to win this division.
Probably not, but I'm not confident in any of those teams.
As you shouldn't be.
I'm also curious, was Pat Shurmur playing against someone in fantasy who had Saquon Barkley?
Yeah.
And
That was Mr.
wanted to
Hall.
dial
Very
it back in the
bizarre.
second half.
Really questionable. A lot of stuff that happened there offensively.
And OBJ, I think, let his frustration start to seep out a little bit. He's like, where are my targets, where are my
secondary playing
opportunities?
fifth and sixth stringers, they just were not aggressive consistently.
Yeah, I thought they were going to have a huge day in the pass game. I mean,
Should have had it. They were on their way.
Yeah, no kidding.